Simulator stream, and tonight we are on episode 5. A quick recap from last episode. We started building the engine for project that we have outside, the Bolt Nova, or the 1969 Chevy Nova. Well, that's what this car is based off. And as you can probably see, guys, the van isn't here from last episode. I did play a little bit off stream, so I do apologise if you guys would have liked to have seen me do the van, but that's already done out of the way now. I did do the R35 as well. That put me up to 20,000. I got this, I want to say, a 350Z. We got our Evo, and we've got this Range Rover here, this SVR. So let's get straight into it. Start off with tonight's episode. We have got 20,826 CR points, so that is, you know, a good start to the episode. Also, last episode, obviously I expanded garage. I also bought the paint because I was forced to by one of the jobs. Car wash as well I bought, which is why the Nova looks so good at the moment. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So with this SVR, there's not much that needs doing. It's just wear and tear, but this is where it takes a bit of a turn. Yeah, we've got the gearbox and the transfer case, which with a normal wear and tear you don't normally see them too. So those two might actually be the ones that will gain us the money from this job as well, because they're the most expensive things that I will have to buy. So let's start off with getting the inner tie rod, and then we can move from there then. So 2 small rubber bushings. Right, we got them. Oh, this have got air shocks, so it's not like a normal car. It's got air suspension, sway bar front end link B. Yes, we've made quite a good bit of progress since I started doing the streams again with the Car Mechanic Simulator. Because I think I got to maybe the second episode of this series, and then I stopped for a while, but then I come back with episode 3. Obviously, we've done episode 4 Wednesday. Now we're on episode 5, baby. So it's getting there. ABS module, that'll be on this. Yeah. Luckily, I've got the discount perks, so I don't have to pay as much, which is not too bad. Yeah, that probably would have cost me just a bit more than 134. Right, 2 calipers, 1 disc ventilated, and 2 pads. So, like I said, there's not much that actually need doing to this car. I mean, the worst two of those two if you was to do this job in real life. So gearbox. No, we don't want a custom gearbox, because customer doesn't want any mods. No modifications for this customer. Yeah, see, that cost almost 2 grand, but luckily for me I've got a discount, so it cost me 1,710 CR points. It would have cost me 1,900, but we've got 190 CR point discount. Now the transfer case, V8 AG. Might, I could be in amongst all this, see? No, it's right. It's right here. So, as some of you may know, the SVR is well, the engine from the SVR is shared with a Jaguar. So some parts might be Jaguar, like the gearbox is Land Rover, but the transfer case is a Jag. Which is a little interesting fact for people who didn't know that. I forgot which Jaguar. I think it's the XF. As well, it's got the same engine and the same layout. Just the only difference is obviously, like, depends if the Jag's a rear wheel drive or not. I think this should be all wheel. Yeah, which it is. Right. So we got the starter out. Just gotta get these shafts away now from the transfer case. Oh, and I should have done the ABS module whilst I had the car on the ground. I completely forgot about that little thing. But for such a little thing is really expensive, but that's because of the electronic systems inside, specially tuned and that for that stuff. Right, let's get these few bolts off now. And there's always that one bolt that's rusty. There is always one. I mean, with the state this transfer case was in, I was expecting it to be more bolts that were rusted. Right, so we don't need to do anything with the clutch, which is good. I mean, it's good for the customer. He doesn't have to pay more. He's gonna end up paying quite a bit for this. I think we're gonna get around about 22,000 CR points. I mean, that's just hoping, because then the more money the better. The more money we'll have to spend on the Nova then. I did buy another perk for the screwing speed, but it's still obviously quite slow, as you can see then, guys. Right, let's put this drive shaft back in. So it's not for the fact that this is like a really big job. It's just for the fact that the parts are expensive for this car, which will earn me a lot of money. So I think I'm going to start with the back instead, because I normally start with the front of the car, but might as well start with the back for once. Switch it up a little. Take this wheel off now. Well, I didn't need to do that for the shock, but I would have had to have done that anyway for the brake pad, and probably the bushing as well, because I'm not sure if I could have got away with taking this arm off without removing the wheel first. There we go. Get a small bushing in there. Now it's just a pad on this side, and then I think there's a bushing on the other side for the other arm. Oh no, it is for the lower arm. It's for the very rear arm. This is the big one. Right, so check that pad on. The caliper. Nope, that's the wrong one. We want to check the old one on, because that's not the caliper that actually needs changing. It was only the pad on this side. Because I think the calipers are on the front. The ones that, yeah, the front needs the most work altogether, really. Yeah. Right, so we sold them all parts. Get over to the other side now. Right, so there it is. Will I be able to? Yes, I can. So I can take this off whilst the wheel is on. Welcome, Crazy Boom, to the stream. We are on episode 5 of the Car Mechanic Simulator like series sort of thing. Let's check this arm back on. Right, done the bushings. Get that off. Oh, we've done one of them pads. Last thing I'll do will probably be the ABS module, because that needs the car to be down off the ramps. just a little like engine bay job sort of thing. Yo, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Is that you? Is that you, Kian? Because I'm trying to recognize your name, your YouTube name now. Right, so check that on. Check this connector on. Yeah, I guess it was Yuku. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We've got SVR. Almost done, pretty much. Spent a bit of money on it because I had to. Like the gearbox and the transfer case was the worst. Like, because the gearbox was 1,710 CR points. Yes, no problem, Key. Right. I can unmark that. Why is that still marked? Oh, it's because I already done it. Right, fair enough. I was wondering why that was still marked then. Right, take this one off now. And this is the last side that needs doing. And then I can drop it down on the ramps then and sort out the ABS module. Looking then, I thought I had to do what's it called, the bearing, because all this was highlighted and make my eyes go funny a little. With this game it'd be a lot easier if they made it like as soon as you did the part it'd unhighlight it automatically. I mean, that would be easier, I think. But obviously maybe the next Car Mechanic Sim game, because I'm hoping there will be another one, because first one was good, this one's better, so if they do make another one that'll be even better. That just seems how the developer is making his games. He's improving off the last one, which is how you want like a series of games going. It's like the GTAs, the Red Deads and stuff like that. Right, we have the ABS module now, and then we can get on to the next job then, which is the 350Z. Yeah. Oh, that paid nicely. Almost 25,000 CR points. So we will actually be able to spend more money soon on, well, the engine. This is the old rusted one. I'm not bothering with that because we have got engine swap options, and I have picked, I think it's the 440 6-pack, the Hemi. But anyway, we've got a half-built engine here. I spent a bit of money on it. I didn't want to go under 20,000 CR points, so I didn't. Actually, no, I think I was already under. I just spent money on it there and then. But yeah, we've got a half-built engine here. When we get a bit more money now, I will do the rest of it, because I think it won't take too much more money from me to build that engine. Trying to get as much horsepower as possible out of that Nova as well, which will be good. By the time we actually finish that Nova, I should have my dyno then, because how much is the dyno? I think the dyno's really 20,000 CR points. Obviously, I'm not going to spend that much money yet, but what I will do once I've done this engine and put it actually in the Nova, then I might just start saving up money to buy the dyno ready for when the Nova is finished. But anyway, let's get on to this 350Z. Right. So, it's a sloppy car steering, so inner tie rod and stuff like that. Let's just mark it all up on a clutch pressure plate. So, inner tie rod, Seems to be a lot of these cars have tie rod problems. Pretty common part that needs changing, and the sway bars as well. I've noticed that. Very common part that needs changing. Sway bar rear. Oh, there's a rear end link as well. It's not as common as the front sway bar, but yeah, rear suspension arm. So just the usual parts that need changing, really. Nothing like special. ABS module. And then we need a disc and 2 pads, which is not a problem, because I can go straight back onto the main shop. Get a disc and 2 pads. And they're cheap enough as well. With the discount perk as well, that helps a lot, because I'm not spending as much. I think that's what's helped me a lot with building the engine for the Nova. I mean, if I was to start building the engine for the Nova before I bought the perks, then maybe I would have spent a lot more money on just the half of it. But anyway, we've got all the parts now. I think the ABS module will be the first thing we do. It's got the nice V6 in it. A lot of people say that these 350Zs sound like a trumpet. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, they're kind of right, but to be fair, it is a really nice sounding V6. It's just like, you know, well, I say it's just like, it's pretty similar to the R35 and the 370Z, because mainly they are roughly the same engine layouts. Like the firing order and everything. Why did I put that back on? The firing order and all that, pretty similar. Like the only difference is the liter, because I know the 370Z lies a 3.7, the R35 is a 3.8, but they are based off the same engines pretty much, so they're gonna sound similar, especially the 370 and the 350. Obviously, big horsepower difference, but they sound similar. Right, get this gearbox off now so we can get to the plate. Oh yeah, that does need changing. That is not what we want your pressure plate to look like. Or, well, we don't want it to look rusty, but we don't want it to look burnt as well. We don't want it to look like black and sooted all up, because that's when you've burnt your clutch out. Well, it's not so much the metal part that goes, it's the part inside, like the ceramic coat part. Anyway, let's put the gearbox back on. Shut the drive shaft back on now. I can also put the starter motor back on as well, and we can crack on with the suspension and the brakes then. Which most of these jobs require these parts, and doing like clutch and gearbox and stuff like that. Brakes, especially brakes, most common parts you'll see on these jobs. Right, check this wheel off now so we can do all the stuff that we need to do to this corner. Nice rims as well, in really good condition. That's what you want your rims to look like, no rusty ones. Most of the times though, rims don't actually rust because they're special coated metal. So that's a good thing. But if you've got like the old steely rims, then they will rust because they're not specially coated. Anyway, let's put this link, brand new shiny link in now. The only thing I need to do now is the pad, and then that's this front corner done. We can move on to the back then, and that's this job over and done with. It's as easy as that. The hard jobs are like when you have to change the crankshaft. I say they're hard, they're not. None of the jobs are actually hard, they just take longer, and you have to spend obviously a lot more money as well, depending on what parts you have to buy. And if it's a car like, I don't know, for example, the Koenigsegg that's on here, I know it's not actually called the Koenigsegg because it's the game's version of the car, but I'm just gonna call it the real. Like, I'm calling this a 350, but it's not actually a 350. It's just the game's version. It's called a Z530. So they've been quite creative with how they've renamed it, but you obviously know then that it is a 350. But with them restyling the body and that, restyling the engine, and just overall everything, the car company, Nissan cannot sue the game developer because he doesn't need permission to make his own 350 then, basically. Right, so let's check the suspension arm on, no? And nothing to do with the brakes on this side, it's just the other side that needs a bit of attention to the brakes. This side only needs this link and that arm. So we can just check the wheel back on and then move on to the other side then. Right, so we're level 11. We went up at quite a few levels last episode. I think I went up maybe one whilst I was playing this earlier off stream. But yeah, we didn't make like super. Well, I say super. We didn't make loads of progress whilst I was playing this off stream. Just did 1 or 2 jobs. Didn't earn too much, so it's not like major progress. Anyway, let's check this caliper back on now. Check this last wheel on, and then we get paid then. Be lovely. Hopefully get up to maybe, I don't know, about 26,000 CR points, hopefully. Oh, I forgot what I was doing then. Oh, I mean, I could sell these anyway. Right, finish order. Yeah, about just over 25,500 CR points. I don't know what to do. I might spend more money now on the engine for the Nova. Oh, we've got a story mission in, so it's going to earn us quite a bit, that is. Lack of engine power. We've got Supra in the house now. Oh, quite a... Ouch. That's not what you want your Supra to look like. So let's get this Volvo in as well. There's a 240. There's base of 240 anyway. Right. So let's actually spend a bit more money now on this Hemi engine. I say Hemi, it's a 440. Can't remember if it's a 6-pack or the Magnum. But all I know, this should have 390 horsepower standard. But with all the performance part, who knows how much power. I'm hoping to push around about 700 horsepower out of the Nova. I mean, we might actually get more than that. Because every time I hope for a certain amount of horsepower, I normally get more. And this will have carb, so there's no ECU, nothing like that. It's just carb tuning, so manual tunes. So crank pulley V8 OHV. I'm on the wrong tab for that stuff anyway. Can't get a performance version of the crank pulley, so wish they did add more performance parts into the game, but like updates are slowing down for this game now, which is making me think that they're making a new one. At least I hope they are, because the new one, well, the next game will be better. Right, so V8OHV. No, it's V8 Hemi. Crap. Right, I thought it was the OHV because the crank. Let's see the crank pulley then. Can put the pulley on now, so might as well just check that on nicely. The crank pulley looks so small. Like, it just looks so small. Looks out of place on this engine a little. It would be nice if this engine had a supercharger, but we didn't have the supercharge uh, twin carb engine swap option for the Nova, which is not a problem. It's just a little loss, that's all. Plus, I think this engine has more power anyway, stock, so hopefully it'd make more power once it's done up. So we got arm B and arm A, so we want to buy the arms as well. And we still haven't hit under the 25,000 CR point mark yet, which is a good thing. Oh, these parts are cheap anyway, so I'm definitely not gonna get under the 25,000 mark. I'll definitely will now when I buy like the alternator and the power steering pump, because I can get performance parts for that. 400 points that cost me. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Looks better than an original one, which is like a matte colour. So power steering pump now. Well, that's piston. I didn't want to press that. Power. Right. OHVF? Yeah, I guess it's OHVF. It looks really good with the performance shiny parts, like all the shiny parts, especially with it being an older engine. So I guess that's just how they wanted the engines to look like back in like the 70s and the 60s and well even the 80s. That's just the fashion of how the engine should have looked back then. So V8 Hemi. Right. I've probably gone past it. Right, there's two Hemi belts here, but they're not the ones I need. So it's probably, which belt is it? Oh, it's belt B, so it's gonna be around here somewhere. Right, so we're on the B belts now, and we want the V8 Hemi. There it is. And then we're going to want the A belt then, which I think I saw. It is. Parts for this engine is actually quite cheap, to be honest, which is a good thing. You don't really have to spend much, and especially with the discount. Alright, so radiator fan. What was it? V8? No, just fan B. Right. Yeah, so like I was saying with the parts, I've got a discount perk. Well, I've got more than one, so I don't have to spend as much money buying the parts. Right, so that's the front half done. So we've done the back end, and just floating fuel filter. We've done the clutch, done the bottom end, like all things to do with the crank, the rod caps and crank bearings. Just need to get the heads now. We can move on to like the top end of the engine. So engine heads, luckily for me, I can get performance versions of them. So they should be V8 Hemis. Oh, there's the 440. Ah, yeah, this is a 440. But I'm not sure if this is the 446 pack or the Magnum. I won't know that until I finish the engine. Right, that. I spent a lot on the heads then, because the heads, to be fair, they are quite expensive. Alright, so this is the 6-pack. Alright, I know that. So this should have 3 carbs. So that's the reason why this is making a lot more horsepower than like the supercharged engine, because it's got extra performance. So valve push rods. Actually no, let's get the manifolds or the headers, whichever one you like to call them. No, it's just V8 Hemi 440. These might cost a bit as well now. Alright, let's... Oh, there they are. Oh, and now that I see it, I'm going to buy the spark plugs as... Oh, actually no, I should have enough money for the spark plugs. Engine's pretty much almost done. Those shiny manifolds look nice. Look even better now when the engine's completed and we've got a filter on, and because it should be like an oval filter. One big one. Why am I going? We need spark plugs. So we need 8 of these bad boys, which actually won't cost too much. Chuck them in there. I don't think I'll be able to get the ignition wires yet until I put the rocket covers on, which is not a problem. I can spend a bit more money. I doubt I'll be able to buy the intake manifolds yet. What I'll do is, when I get down to the money that I'm happy with spending, is I will do maybe like 2 or 3 more jobs, or even that one job, that one story mission, because they pay quite a bit, and I know that that one will, because it's got a lot that needs doing to it. So valve push rods. I'm almost sure I cannot get upgraded version of them. No, I can't. So I know these are OHVFs. I will need 16 of them. Because there's 8 on each side. And then it's just the rocker arms then. And that's the last thing to be done with the heads. Except for like the, because intake manifolds connected to the heads, but oh well. Just chuck these in now. Because I did the cam ages ago. That's one of the main power. What's it called? Oh, this is all one unit. I don't have to do them individually, which is easier, I guess. Oh, fair enough. That just makes it a little easier for me. Yeah, but this naturally aspirated V8 this should be pushing about 700 horsepower. But that's my hopes anyway, because if I was to build this engine stock, then it would only hit 390 horsepower, which is what I said this engine should make. I think that Nova's doing like 320, but well, obviously in its prime, because as it is it's scrap. I mean, the bodywork's actually nice now because I fixed it up. Got a welder on it with a frame, and I did the interior as well. So it's actually, if you look at it on the outside, except for the rims, don't look at the rims because they are rusted. But other than that, if you was to look at it from the front, or the back, you'd think there's nothing wrong with the car. It obviously hasn't even got an engine yet. So Rocket Arms V8 Hemi 440s. I might be able to get these. Right, no. Just checking if they have an upgraded version of that part. So V8 Hemis 440s. Are they actually pretty cheap? So I am surprised at how cheap this engine has been to make. I mean, especially with all like the performance parts, because the performance parts are a lot more expensive than just the standard OEM parts, and just generally the performance parts look a lot better, like the red springs and the shininess of the headers and just everything. And it just stands out a lot because, yo, welcome to the stream, CSR95. Ah shit, my boy, we're building a V8 for my project car that I bought. I think it was episode 3 I bought this. Oh, it could be episode 2 actually. No, it was episode 2. But anyway, we've got this lovely 1969 Chevy Nova, but the games version is called the Bolt Supernova, but it's a 69. As you can see, my boy, the engine doesn't exist, so this thing has came with a few swap options. So I've gone for the most powerfulest swap option. So I'm just building this engine, but with performance parts. I say we got 3/4 of an engine now. We haven't got like a full thing. Oh, what I like with these engines as well, like you've got the gaps there. I have seen videos of people building engines like this, like similar layout, and they've poured the oil down through there instead of going through the filler cap, which it works because it goes down past the camshaft and lubricates all the crank whilst it's at it, and then goes into the sump then. Right, what do I buy next? Because I've still got a bit more money that I can spend. I don't want to go below 20,000 CR points, because that's just me. I just set like a little cap for myself until I start working, because I gotta do that Evo next, which is a story mission. I wonder what actually needs doing to it. All I know is going to be a lot. So got the engine head covers. I'm just checking. I know I can not get performance versions of them because, well, they don't do anything, they just cover up the rockers. Engine head cover. So this should be the 440. Yeah, V8 Hemi 440. The special version. 400. Well, actually, I might. Right, so I've just gone just below 20,000 CR points, just because these rocket covers turned out to be more expensive than a lot of these performance parts that I've put on this engine. Like, for example, the exhaust manifolds didn't cost me that much. Right, so we're gonna have to stop building the engine for a sec because, well, I've gone under the 20,000 CR points and I just want to keep that like a little cap. Right, so we've got Evo here, or whatever the game version is called. The Hinata Kagura SX. Right, so it's the performance model. Right, so this is a story mission, so it should have a massive like thing to read, which it does. Right, right. So let's read this big paragraph. Hey dude, you recognize me? Sure not. I'm the internet star of car racing. Well, perhaps a rising star. I go by the name RM. This Rem. This is my new car project. I just snapped it from a. This takes a while to roll up. Right, from a junkyard. For now, it looks like a piece of junk, but we can make it a gem. I mean, you can, but nobody has to know that, right? Are you in with this project? I hope so. I just want you to check if it starts up before the first episode, and we'll think about the rest later. Thanks. We'll see you on, oh my days, ImporTube, because they can't use the actual name. So we'll see you on YouTube is what I should say. Right, so I say this needs a lot doing. It actually doesn't. It just needs the things that makes it start, really, because that's what you're asking for. So it's just the things that, well, anything to do with it starting. So we need actually a few parts, but before I buy any parts, let's just drain this oil because it's asked me to. So this is probably the smallest story mission I've done for a while, since the first one, because I think the first one that I did, that one was small. Yeah, this has gone past the point of needing an oil change. Barely got any oil left. Ooh. God damn it. I didn't realise I had cars outside. Obviously I knew I had my Nova out there. Anyway, we need air filter. Why am I searching for... I'm a clown. Is right there. Right, alternator. We all love an alternator. Tedious things. Battery. I'm gonna batter this engine now. Fuel filter. This engine's battered anyway, so I'm not gonna batter it even more. I'm not gonna highlight like the ignition coils because all four need doing that. The same with spark plugs. I'm not gonna highlight them. Right, so fuel pump is next. What? Yeah. 4 ignition coils. Right. There they are. So all this should make it start. We'll see if that's the truth after I've done the job. So medium fuse type B, which should, yeah, I was gonna say it should be like the weird coloured one. Oil filter in line 4. I did see a relay type A, I think, as well. So relay type A, get that first, because I'm already on there. So oil filter in line 4, which is the blue one, and is also the cheap one. Oh, I need 2 of them A's. I've got 1 already, so I just need to buy one more A, and I think it was 1 B as well. It's not a problem at all. Oh, and 4 spark plugs, so for them. And then I think it's the throttle. So the throttle V6B, which has nothing to do with this engine, but is the one that actually fits it tidy. So here we are. So take this, yeah, this engine. Well, I mean, this car has seen better days. I'd say this is in a worse condition than what the Nova is, because well, what the Nova was when I got it from the scrapyard. because that was not in a good condition at all. I mean, it still isn't. It's just the body and the interior, really. Anything to make it run and drive and just move, no, that's just done for. Right, so let's do the spark plugs and the ignition coils next. Because I don't have to strip this engine down or anything, it's just the simple parts that actually make it run. I'd be surprised if this engine actually runs though, because I'm guessing the pistons are, well, done for, they've seen better days. Just by looking at the outside of the engine, yeah, it's really bad. I mean, the turbo, I'm surprised if that thing spins. I'm surprised the turbine's even spinning that, because that thing just looks knackered. Right, throttle are done. Oh, I like these gearboxes. They got the bolts on instead of the clips, so I don't have to take the clips off individually. You just take the bolts. Yeah, Jesus Christ. That air filter is supposed to be like a yellow colour. A cream colour. Is full on black. Just full with shit and dirt and that. Just bad. I mean, it'd be a good project actually for a YouTube channel, because you get a lot of content out of this. Plus, it'd be quite entertaining to see if the car would actually start after doing all the work on it. I think that's why I like watching, you know, car restoration videos and stuff like that. And this is the full reason why I'm doing like live streams like this, because I find them entertaining. A lot of other people find stuff like this entertaining, so it's the full reason why I'm doing it for you guys. That's not entertaining though, when you've got a rusty bolt. Slam this alternator on. It just sticks out like a sore thumb when it's really shiny compared to a rusty engine around it and just everything is just rusted. I'd be surprised if all these pulleys move, because realistically they are not going to move. Get this old battery out. That looked really bad, that did then. Nice new one in. Oil filter I don't think I can actually change until I'm underneath. Thing might do. No. So there's relays now and stuff like that. There's only two things I need to do whilst I'm under the car, which is oil filter and fuel pump, which is not bad. Let's take this out. The relay box isn't in like a bad condition actually. It's got all the relays and the fuses. They are in a bad condition still though, I think, because that one I just took out was like 5%. Oh no, I don't even know the percentage of that. But anyway, we can check the cover back on. Right. Just gotta raise the car up in the air now. And do the man a favour as well. Where's it to? Put it in the car wash and clean it off a bit. Doesn't do much, but oh well. Yeah, I'll clean the inside as well. Just as a little freebie sort of thing. No dust on the inside now. Yeah, that makes it look worse. Because at least the dust covered up all the rust that was on. It generally looks worse than now without the dust. I wish I didn't clean it. Look at all the rust. I mean, the only pieces that don't have the rust, where you, the only pieces that actually don't have the rust is where you'd expect the rust. So like the sills. I mean, oh, actually I don't know. Why is that doing that? It was a bit dented, but not rusted. Like all the wheel arches. Why the front bumper isn't, I couldn't tell you. And it's the same with the spoiler and the rear bumper. This sill's fine as well. The mirrors are fine, but everything else is just rusted. Strange car. Very strange car. Like, the top end was covered in water, except for the spoiler. But anyway, let's get under here. Get this fuel pump, the old one. Get that out. Chuck the brand new one in, the brand new white one. Looks a lot better than that rusted one. No one likes rusted parts. They're terrible. They feel terrible. They're just no good for the car at all. They look terrible. Yeah. Brand new parts. Now we're actually going to see if it starts as well. It's not going to start first try, I know that. Like, it's going to take a few cranks. Like, it's just going to tick over for a bit and then maybe. Watch it start. Like, would help if I had oil in the engine. I mean, you know what? Completely forgot about that. And there is one more thing I need to do as well. Fluids. There we go. There's me just getting excited to actually see if it starts. Forgetting that fluids are needed. Alright. Oh, that should be enough oil. It's pretty much full now, that is. Get rid of these. Yeah, not much money, but it's a bit light. So, unmark all this. So that's done. Oil's done, obviously. Refill windshield wash. And then drain coolant and drain power steering. And brake fluid as well. I need to drain and refill, which I will do. Not that there's much in here. Yeah, there's barely anything in these reservoirs. See, oh, there was a decent amount in that coolant then. Coolant was the most filled reservoir, because the brake fluid and the power steering fluid barely had anything left in it. But yeah, it's just chuck brake fluid in now, and then we can put the coolant fluid in, and then what I'll do then is do the power steering. Then we can actually see if the engine starts for this now, and then move on to the next job then. Or actually, we could end up spending a bit more money on the 446 pack engine, which is gonna look, I think it's gonna look mint, to be honest. Before, no, not before, after it's finished, like when everything's together. The engine's just gonna be like, when this is done, like everything's done, looks nice, shiny rims a lot, white right in on the tyres and stuff like that, and you open the bonnet at a car show and you just see a massive V8 in there, all shiny parts, red performance filter in there. You're gonna be scared to even try and race that car. Right, so that's done. Let's actually see if this starts, which is the whole point of this job. Okay. So obviously the engine's still in a real bad condition. Everything's in a real bad condition because it did take a while to start, but it starts. I'm surprised the turbo's actually doing anything. It's low on power, I can tell. But I say I can tell it's not that realistic this game, but you just know that this is going to be low on power. Just break it. No, right, so it runs, so the customer will be happy for his YouTube video. Right, I keep forgetting how to do that. Actually, no, let's not spend any more money. We barely got money to spend. Right, so there wasn't much needed doing with our job, so I knew I wasn't gonna really get much money from it. Oh, I thought it was a crankshaft on there then. I was about to curse this car big time. Right. Now this is unusual. It's only wants the oil to be changed. Normally, when it... I'm surprised any... I'm just surprised that none of the other fluids need changing or refilling. Because normally when the oil needs doing... Like on Mitsubishi then, that needed stuff doing to it. Right, so we got this Toyota Supra. So let's get the Audi in. Get that in. What I'm gonna do? Oh, it's decent colour. Swap it around with the Volvo 240 because that's the how it's going in first. Right, so we got a Supra. It's not the 2JZ GTE. It's the 2JZ. Just the normal one. It's the naturally aspirated one. So we want a fuel filter. Fuel filter, fuel rail. Which is right there. Jeez, the fuel rail is actually quite expensive for this engine. Or ignition coil, which is on this tab. Change oil, obviously that'll be the last thing, because I've already drained it. I just need to put more in. Air filter type A. Oh, there it is. £9. Fuel filter, oil filter. I think I've already bought a fuel filter, haven't I? Yeah, I've already got a fuel filter, so I don't need that. I just need to get oil filter. Because I know this thing doesn't have 2 fuel filters. Some cars do, not all. And then this is the main list then. So belt tensioner, the main problems of the car. Clutch release bearing should be on this tab. This hasn't got like major problems except for the bearings. The crank bearings, or maybe the water pump as well. That would be a major. But everything else is fine, to be honest. And the oil, especially how dark that oil was. I hate when the oil turns out to be like that colour. Right, crank bearing cap. Need 2 of them bad boys. I'll roll a B. Oh, we need a starter as well. So I'm guessing this has just got starting issues. Well, that's what the customer wants me to fix anyway. Pretty much the same as the Mitsubishi, just add in the garage. Water pump. It's mad at how much parts build up when you buy DLCs on this game. Because I remember when I first started playing this game without any DLCs, and it wasn't this many water pump parts. It's only maybe like 1 page, or maybe just 1.5. That was full 3 pages. But we're looking for the inline 6 turbo. I've probably looked at. Oh, I was gonna say I've probably looked at it about 1 billion times. Right, there we go. Alright, so this throttle and the manifold's gonna have to come off, so I can take the coil cover off. I've got to change the fuel rail anyway, so that's got to come off either way. Either way, that's got to come off. Right. Ah, realistically, you'd be able to change that oil filter from the engine bay. No spark plugs need changing with this engine anyway. It's in a bad condition. Personally, anyway, I think this is in a bad condition. I can clearly see that water pump has seen better days as well. That is worse. Probably the worst looking part on this engine that I can see. Obviously, pistons and stuff like that could probably be worse. Oh, fuel filter, I can get that. Right, take the start off because I'm going to have to take the gearbox off to get the clutch release bearing. Oil filter has been awkward. I can't change that whilst being up there. Take that off though. I don't care about spilling coolant everywhere. It's just a game. Just a game. So, in real life I would actually drain it tidy, but just because it's a game I'm not gonna fuss about draining it and that, unless the job asks me to, which it hasn't. Right, so this is gonna be awkward now and want me to take the timing belt off. That's engineer's view, that is. That is engineer's view. They like to make everything overcomplicated. Not all, but most. Just look at Ford, for example. Their alternator positions are just unbelievable on most of their engines. And what were they doing with the EcoBoost, man? Don't get me started on that engine. They messed that one right up. I mean, Ford, they are well known for... Well, stereotypically, they are known for making, like, maybe one good car and then messing up loads. I don't believe that's the case, though. It's just how you drive them and how you treat them through the years. But yeah. That's just a stereotype with a Ford. Instantly people think, ah, it's going to be a bad car. But it's just how they are driven and how they serviced and stuff like that. Now, okay, yeah, if you do have, for example, like a Ford Focus, I don't know, Mark III, a TDCi, a diesel 1.6, right? Normally a TDCi, depending on how they're driven, they're pretty reliable engines. So if that car's in a bad shape and it's not running the best, then obviously you know that car's been ragged about by the previous owner. But if it's an EcoBoost and it's automatically starting to blow a bit of smoke, smells bad, like smells of burning oil, you know your turbo's going. Because that's one of the main things that do go on them. But yeah, it's they messed up with the EcoBoost engine. The 1 litre EcoBoost engine is just really bad. Couldn't tell you about any of the others. I haven't really looked into any of the others, but all I know is the 1 litre EcoBoost is bad. And it gets even worse when you put the engine through like a stage 1 map or a stage 2 map. It just puts more strain on the engine. But the engine itself is just putting strain on itself anyway. Because that's just how them engines are. I don't know what went wrong. Well, I do know what went wrong. It's just I don't know where they fully went wrong with that engine. Don't know what they were trying to achieve. The EcoBoost. But yeah, enough of the yapping about the EcoBoost engines now. You guys probably heard enough about them now. So, right, so that's done. Oil filter. Everything that needs doing now needs the car to be up in the air. Right. Take this off. So we can get our bearings. Slam this off. And there's just one more then. And that's the internal parts done. Well, the main internal parts, I'd say. The bottom end. Get this gearbox off now so I can get to the clutch release bearing. Replace that. And we can just chuck everything back together then. And move on. Oh, and I've got to do the oil filter as well. Right, might as well do that now, once I remember. I've got to put oil in the car as well. And coolant. Brand new starter. Looks a lot better than that rusty one. That ECU looks like it's seen better days. It looks like that's half fried. Only half of the ECU is working. Other half have just left the chat completely. Oh, Vermont. Don't see many of them plates on. A lot of these cars I haven't seen a Vermont plate on them. Whoa. Well, that's done. Just gotta chuck oil in it now. And then this is good to go. It is good to go then. Let's need a few bits done. To be honest, to this car, it did need a few bits. Yeah, 21,000. Oh, we leveled up as well. How many points did that give me? Oh, 4 points that we can play with. Right. So screwing speed is definitely the thing. Right. So it's just spent over 4 points as soon as we got them. It's worth it though, because it might make a little bit of a difference. Not like a very noticeable difference, I don't think, but it will make one. Anyway, let's get this Volvo in now. And then we can move the Audi here. And then we can check. Right, I'm trying to know which car. Yes, please. I saw body panels damaged, and I know that's gonna cost a bit, so I'm gonna get paid a lot for that. Right, so let's see what's wrong with this 240. This good old 240. Oh, it's the petrol version, because it does have a diesel version. This car does. One of the only diesel cars in this game. So this actually doesn't really need much doing. I thought, because they had like a long list on the job. Like, for example, like go on your like that's like a lot that needs doing to it just by looking at the little list there. Oh look, it's a Cherokee SRT8. Anyway, like I thought this would have been the same because it's got like a pretty long list, but never mind. I overestimated the long list. Let's get the leaf spring U-bolt in. It is. Rear muffler V8 OHV. Where's it to? Oh, there it is. Looking right at. I hate that when I do. Because I look right at the thing that I'm looking for and I don't. Wow, obviously I just keep looking for it for another 5 minutes until I realise it's right in front of my eyes. So gearbox, inline 4 rear wheel drive. Right, yeah. And then change brake fluid, coolant fluid. What was it? Power steering? Is it power steering? Yeah, coolant. No, coolant, brake fluid, and windscreen wash. Right, never mind. Power steering's fine. Just the others, except for the oil. The oil is fine as well. Oh, it's got an old radiator where the coolant goes directly into the radiator, not through a reservoir first. Yeah, I'll fill this back up now. Do the fluids first and then we can move on to the parts. And I honestly thought this this job was going to be quite a big one because of how big the list was, but turned out to be one of the smallest ones I've done for a while, to be honest. It's like the Evo we had, the story mission Evo. I thought that was going to be quite a big one, but it turned out to be a decent one. So yeah, chuck the brake fluid in, and go get the gearbox off. And there is a clutch plate I think needs changing as well. Now, that takes ages to fill up. I don't know why the brake fluid takes ages to fill up. It generally does. Put this up near now. Maybe after this job I should be able to spend a bit more money on my engine, to be honest. I'm hoping to get that engine for the Nova done in this episode, and maybe in the car as well. So all I have to really do is take out the old one and just chuck it to the side, because it is useless to me, the block and the crankshaft that's left. Yeah, I can clearly see that the one plate needs doing. Right there, clutch plate. Okay, chuck this one back on. Just got to the release bearing now. Right, so gearbox is back on, chuck the starter back in, and then we just gotta put the drive shaft back on now. And then I think it's just the rear muffler and the U-bolt. And that's the only thing we've got to do then to finish this. Right. U-bolt is the last part now, and then we can finish this job, move on to the next one then. Or we might actually move on to finishing off that engine, depending on how much money I got. Right, so actually let's spend more money on the engine. I don't know what to do. No. Right. So the engine, that's the thing I was thinking of. So the only thing really needs doing now, not coil, ignition wires. So we can go on here, get IG, should come up with wires and stuff like that. 440, so the V8 it is 135 CR points, should be a bit less than that because I got the discount. Intake manifold, that's probably going to cost a bit. They generally do because they're a decent sized part. Just gotta find it now. It is 6-pack. It's actually cheaper than the alternator for this engine, which is surprising. Oh, I like that. It looks really nice. Right, so we got carburetors now. 3 of them bad boys. They're gonna cost quite a bit. I just got that feeling. I don't know. That's it. We need 3 of them. Yeah, cost almost $1,000. Oh no, A, B, and C. I bought 3 Bs. There's me. I'm an idiot. I just wasted a bit of money. Because when you refund the part, like when you sell it, you don't actually get the full amount of money back. So I got 1 B. I need 2 Cs, which is where. Right, there it is. 2 Cs, 1 B. Right. Oh, that looks really nice. Just with the carbs, without the filter, that looks mint. Right, so air filter base. Might be able to find it on you know. So we got the air filter cover for it. We just need the base now. I've gone past it, I think, have I? Yeah, there it is. Right, so we got the base. We just need the air filter for it. Oh, there's the nice red and black filter. The thing we've been waiting for. Oh, finishing touches, just the best. There we go. We've got a completed V8 Hemi 440 6-pack that will be put in our lovely. So let's do a bit of work on our Nova, is it? Let's do a bit of work on our Nova. So we've still got a bit more money to spend. So I might even buy a gearbox yet. Depending on let's get another story mission on the go. Depending on how much money I got now. Right, so this is done for. Take this off the stand. Finish this. This beautiful masterpiece. It's gonna look mint in this car. Not so much the colour of the engine, like the yellow and that, but it is gonna look mint. I already know it is. Right, so let's take this shaft off. Check this to the side is broken. I'm gonna be selling that. Gearbox we're not gonna want to need. It is done for. Seen better days. Clutch, well, clutch is on the brand new engine. Not gonna need this at all. Just take the crankshaft. Oh, I can't get rid of the block. underneath the car. So all the parts I got. Sell it all. Because there's no use to me. I just forgot what gearbox this has got anyway. But it's okay. So it's V8 VF, should be. Get rid of that. Oh, we got a case as well. I didn't realise we had a case. We probably got that from the Mitsubishi Evo. So bonus points. Oh, we got money as well. It's always the best. Right, so first time we're using the engine crane. Slam this brand new engine in. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice. That just looks perfect there. We've got nothing else in the engine bay other than, yeah, look, we're missing all this. But, you know, we've got an engine. We've got more than what the car had before. We still got 5,000 CR points to play with. Those numbers are looking better. Obviously the body still on 90% because I haven't bought what's it called? I haven't bought the license plates for it yet. But that's not a problem at all. That just looks nice though. Like I said, we still... Huh? 133 stat. How much did this say it had? It's not gonna... Maybe 100... no, 333 was the Supernova's stock power. Let's have a look at that. Now 390 horsepower at 4,570 RPM is his stock. This is the stock specs for this engine that I've built, but I've built it with a load of performance parts. So it's going to be pushing around about 700 horsepower, I should imagine. Just a guess. I mean, I'll be happy with, even if it's just around 600 horsepower, because even with it being like a big liter, I'm guessing it's going to be a big liter, like a 5.7, because these engines normally are. It is a 390. Well, it's a 440. I don't know why it's called a 440 when it's got 390 horsepower. Because normally the number is the horsepower of the engine, but maybe it was supposed to be a 440. But obviously it isn't, it's just 390 horsepower. And I know this is quite a torquey engine as well because, what was it, like 626 newton meters of torque? I think it was 626 newton meters of torque is the stock spec for this. Yeah, oh no, there, 679 newton meters of torque, sorry. So it's touching about 700 newton meters of torque with his stock spec. It's going to be touching about 1,000 newton meters of torque when we actually dyno this car. So yeah, that looks really nice. I'm happy with the outcome of how this looks as well. It looks really nice in this car. It suits the car. But I am going to be spending a bit more money now because I've got money left over. So gearbox, might as well get a performance gearbox for this now. V8 VF. Obviously I won't get the drive shaft yet until I do like all the suspension and the subframes. The drive shaft will be one of the last things I'll put on. Ah, yeah. a lovely 3,600 CR points later. Well, 3,240. I'm actually glad I got that, those perks, discount ones. Check this beauty in. Start of year as well. Might as well buy that. Which 95 probably gonna be right. Yeah, I was just about to say probably gonna be around 85. Yeah, check that there. I'm not gonna buy anything to do with the exhaust yet. I'm just gonna focus on the engine bay. Still got almost 2,000 CR points left to spend. So battery, one of the main things. I was gonna say this car shouldn't have ABS. Well, it's pre-70s. It's a 69. So yeah, it does need a brake servo though, and stuff like that. So brake servo. These I didn't realize how expensive the brake servos were. And then it's just the reservoir then, the power steering, the wind. Just grab the reservoirs. Radiator, C, and then it's the fuses and stuff like that then. Looks a lot better. It looks a lot better with the stuff around the engine as well, like the radiator. It just generally looks a lot better, to be fair. Fuse box. That should be all on there. Right, so get the cover as well. Two type A's. Three type B's, two type C's. Oh, one more type B as well. And then it is one B, another B. So two A's and three B's. And just slam them in this fuse box then. So as it is, obviously if I was to put the fluids in, the engine would start. Which I think I might do this episode. I don't know. Or do I leave that until next episode? What do I do? What should I do, guys? Should I start the engine up this episode, or should I leave it until next episode? Cause I don't know what to do yet. I mean, I'm gonna put the fluids in anyway. Yeah, that's a lot better now that I've got everything in the engine bay as well. So the engine bay is completed. Everything to do with the engine bay is in the engine bay. It's mad. We went from just a rusted block with no pistons in, just a crankshaft in, a rusted gearbox attached to that with all the rusted clutch parts. Now we've got who knows how much horsepower this engine is going to be pushing. It's going to be, I've got a feeling it's going to be from 600 to 700. I wouldn't say much more than that because it is, you know, naturally aspirated. And obviously I will be tuning the carbs. But yeah, that is, that's one completed 446 pack. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to start up this episode. I think actually, yeah, I am. Where's the cat? Well, let's start up this episode. Let's see what this beast is going to sound like. Because as far as it is, we're all oblivious to how much horsepower this is producing. For all we know, that's overflowing. I can see that was overflowing for ages then. So, this gotta go back outside. Oh, it's a big moment. His first start, the Nova's first start with this brand new engine and everything in it. Well, what haven't I done? What haven't I done? Ah, I know. Would help if it had a fuel tank, wouldn't it? It would help. I was wondering as well why it wasn't starting there. I was thinking, nah, what have I done wrong? And I realised then it's got no fuel tank. That actually confused me a bit there, but it scared me a bit as well because I was like, hang on, just spent all this money now, built a brand new engine for it to not start, and I completely forgot about the fuel tank and the fuel pump, which is that works about right as well because I don't want to go below 20,000. Thinking as well why I wasn't starting, because I remembered to put everything together, and it normally tells you if you've forgotten a part. Right, so there. Yeah, we've got a fuel pump and a fuel tank now. Right. Try number 2. Well, attempt number 2. Trying to start the Nova, which it will. It should do now. Right, so the Nova's first start with a brand new engine. Oh, okay. Really deep, like, what's it called? Like a chugging choppy idle. Oh, that actually suits this car though. Oh, nice. That sounds really nice. Wow, that's without any. That's without an exhaust and everything. Obviously, the game isn't that realistic, sadly. But yeah, that is really nice sounding, especially on idle as well. It's like a chugging, but it goes at his normal idle, like skips a bit, and then like goes. The revs go up a bit and then back down. It's just like a chugging, choppy idle, which is why I wanted it to sound like, really, because it just suits the car, I think, as well. It's gonna be like a proper drag car, I think this is. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be like a proper show car as well. I'm really happy with how much progress we've made this episode. We've actually got the Nova running. Obviously, it doesn't actually move yet because we haven't got no no drive shaft or anything connected up to this. But we've actually got it running, so wow. And the list is starting to get better. Obviously, it's all a lot of it. Most of the list is 100% now. How much profit are we making so far, though? Oh, that profit's gone sky high. That's because of the engine, that is. And all the engine being that. Right, so before the engine and that, I think it was around about I think it was about like 8,000 CR points before we did the engine, before we put the engine in and that. And it's mad to think, right? I bought this thing from the scrapyard for 4,413 CR points, which it says there. The sell value, if I was to sell it now, would be 40,340 CR points. The parts value 11,382 CR point. Body value is 9,008 CR points, which will go up when I put the license plates on. A performance parts value so far is 19,950 CR points. Wow. And my overall profit would be 35,927 CR points. That is just mad. Like, the car is nowhere near done, and I could earn a lot of money off it if I was to sell it now. Like, I'd be up over 60. Well, I'd be up over 60,000 CR points if I was to sell it now. But obviously I'm not going to. I mean, I've got a feeling by the time I finish with this car, I think the end profit's going to be around about, well, I mean the end sell value altogether, I think it's going to be around about, I say around about 80,000. Well, that's just my hopes. 80,000, 85,000. I think the profit's going to be around about 75,000. 76 maybe. If I'm lucky, 76,000 will be the profit. Be my luck now though, I do the suspension, do the rims and that, the drive shaft and all that, and I get like 100,000 CR points profit. I mean, that'd be really good because I only bought it for 4,413 CR points. But yeah, we made a lot of progress in this in tonight's episode, to be fair. Still, I think I'm gonna do. I don't know what to do yet. I mean, we got an Audi in. That looks nice. Gotta be fair, that does look nice. What he's doing with this Audi anyway? Oh my days! I see what I mean with a long list. You normally expecting a load of parts, right? This is what I was expecting that Volvo to look like. It had a long list. I was expecting it to look like this. Damn. So this is mainly needing anything to do with the internals. I am not doing that tonight. This will be for next episode. This Audi will. What am I doing? I want to change it with. I might do the R8 tonight. Let's do the R8 tonight. This will be the last job for tonight's episode. And then next episode we can start with a big start with this big job. But anyway, we made a lot of progress tonight. So what he's doing? Right, so this is going to cost me quite a bit actually. So change oil. If I can get up in the air first. I'm just happy with how much profit I'm making so far off that Nova. So obviously that is the full reason why I got a project car on this game. It's career mode. Because it's the easiest way of making money. And the quickest way. Right, so we want a exhaust manifold V8, I suppose say V8 then, V10 OHV MT8. So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna look for it now. Right, so V10. I see a V10 there, but that's the Porsches. This 350. I was expecting the exhaust manifold to be a lot more expensive than that. Normally they are. I think the rear muffler is going to be quite expensive. So the V10 OHV MT8, I think it was. So we've got Porsches there. This is not a Porsche. It is? Yeah, 650. I knew that was going to be a bit more expensive. Um, anyway, let's take this one off. Old rusty one, put brand new one in. It looks a lot better. I can't do the manifold, and I gotta do it from the engine bay, which isn't a problem really. It is not a problem. So I can just do that. And get a nice shiny manifold on this now, not this rusted, heat damaged one. Because I know these V10s probably get hot. Especially with this weird shaped stock exhaust manifold. Like, that doesn't look the best, to be fair. It's definitely not a tubular manifold, it's just like a blob. It's not single. That looked really nice if it was like burnt welded, like titanium sort of thing, like burnt titanium. So we need front right fender, left headlight B, left tail light B. So we want both the headlights, which cost more than the parts that I've bought so far. See what I mean? This is the full reason why I wanted this car as the next job, because I know I'm going to earn a bit of money from this. So front right fender. Just see these cars coming when it comes with the prices. Except the lights cost more than a fender. I mean, not surprised in a way. Just need to put oil in this now. I know I drained the oil. Right. Fill this up now. That should do. Yeah, sorted. Now it's just the parts now. I think it's this side that needs doing. If I'm right. Nope, it's the other side, never mind. This R8 isn't in the best of conditions, mind. Bodywork wise. That was weird. Why do you want to change one side and not the other? I'm not complaining, still getting paid. But, so, by the looks at it, some of the parts have already been changed, to be honest. So this one wants changing as well, isn't it? Yep. Got it right first try. Right, so that's this car done. As easy as I say, as easy as that. Look how much money I got from that. Right, as easy as that. Right, yep, yeah, 26,000 CR points. I knew I was going to get paid loads for that because of, well, just in general how expensive those Audi R8 parts are. Well, anyway, we've got a bit of money to spend anyway for the Nova. I'm not going to do that now tonight. Let's move this into the garage. Ready for next episode, guys. Move this up. That Nova doesn't move from that spot. That is its spot. That is its spot. We have let's get. I think this is a Dacia. Looks like a Dacia, Sandero or something, or an old not jogger, Duster. I mean, looks like the old Duster. But anyway, I hope you guys have. Well, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed tonight's episode. We have made a lot of progress tonight, actually, mainly with the Nova. Actually, with the campaign mode in general, like we've leveled up once or twice, I think. Gained a lot of money, spent a lot of money. A lot of money is waiting to be earned. You know, that's going up. We've got a running Nova now, not an actual driving one though, but we've got a running Nova. We've got a beautiful looking Nova as well, except for the rims. That's the only thing that lets it down, and the exhaust as well. Can't really see the exhaust. It doesn't have one, that's why I don't think. Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah. So that's done. What I wanted to do tonight is done for that. To start off episode 6, this will be the first car we will do, which is going to be quite a big job. And then we've got straight after that a story mission. Then, well, I don't even know what he's doing with that. So all that will build up for more money to be spent on the Nova. And if you guys would like to see more of the progress being made on this Nova, then just when I'm live next, just go onto my channel and it will be episode 6, the Car Mechanics Simulator campaign. It's like a little series I'm making. But anyway, I hope you guys have all enjoyed tonight. Can't speak. I've enjoyed tonight's episode. I've enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you'd like to as well. Just so I know you're there and you're watching and you support me. So I hope you guys all have a good night or maybe a good afternoon, depending where you live. And this is Wolfie, and I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Goodbye.